NAUI Worldwide, the National Association of Underwater Instructors presents Take a Closer Look at Scuba Diving. This video program will help you learn about scuba diving. Although it can supplement training, it can't take the place of a complete training program. Responsible participation in recreational scuba diving requires you demonstrate the necessary knowledge and skills and be evaluated by a qualified NAUI instructor.
I can still remember, as probably any of us can, that first inhalation underwater. I remember what it sounded like. I remember what the exhale sounded like. And just the idea I can breathe underwater. I'm what I now know as neutrally buoyant. I'm just floating. And this is heaven. And it was peaceful and quiet. And I could see things that I didn't even know existed. And I knew at that point that I was going to do a whole lot more of this.
I remember when I was snorkeling before, I was always dying to get underwater and stay underwater. And obviously with scuba, all of a sudden you can do that. And you're like a fish.
It's a world of striking beauty, strange and colorful creatures in the weightless seascape, an unfamiliar place where every visit is an adventure and discovery. Scuba diving, from observing the behavior of sea life, to underwater photography, to shipwreck exploration, the only limit is your ability to learn and your desire to imagine.
It's completely different from any environment you're used to. The fish are at home, you're in their home, and you're a visitor, and it's wonderful.
I always dive with a buddy, that's essential. And I do dive with a group of people, sometimes on the dive boats, but I have one or two friends that I might do dives with, just buddy dives.
Scuba diving is open to all people. Divers are members of a special community where they can meet new people and share the knowledge they gain. Getting there depends on where you dive, who you dive with, and the level of experience of each diver. Commercial dive boats can carry you to recognized dive sites, or after careful planning, you can enter directly from a beach. When you do get there, Scuba will reveal new sights and experiences. You'll discover creatures of intricate color and form hidden on the sea floor. Sometimes you'll observe the interesting behavior of the many different types of marine life. You'll always enjoy an up-close and personal encounter with all this underwater beauty has to offer.
It takes 200-300 years for some corals just to grow. So a lot of the stuff we see in our dives is 200, 300, 400 years old.
So it's very important to learn about the underwater environment and also preserve it.
It's possible to expand your artistic horizons by capturing this vivid imagery on film or video.
For me, the best dives are the dives that will provide me something unique photographically or an interesting challenge. Pictorially is what I focus on.
Scuba will require good physical and mental health, reasonable swimming skills, and comfort level in the water. No matter where you dive, learning to dive is fun, but it's serious fun. The National Association of Underwater Instructors, or NAUI, was organized in 1960 to provide training for all levels of scuba divers. NAUI has been a pioneer in education, expanding the knowledge of diving concepts and techniques. A NAUI course involves academic sessions with a written examination, skilled instruction in protected waters, along with open water training. You'll learn the basic concepts of physics and human physiology that relate to scuba diving, and you'll practice the skills and techniques to confidently explore underwater.
dive instructor should first of all serve as a role model to show people how to dive correctly, and to pass on that information to people and make sure that they too become safe divers and understand all aspects of diving, also to become responsible divers.
NAUI programs are comprehensive, an introduction to all the basic techniques and information you need to gain experience in the underwater world. But SCUBA doesn't have to end with entry-level SCUBA certification. As you gain confidence, you'll be able to take more advanced coursework that enables you to explore more new environments. Hang weightless near a coral wall, the ocean floor thousands of feet below you.
I prefer the deep dives more. There are larger fish to see the deeper you go. And for me, that's something that I can really not take away.
Explore overhanging reefs, caves, or tunnels.
I like cave diving. Just going into new holes and just seeing how far they go. You never know what you're going to find inside.
Swim through the inky blackness of a night dive. Find that some marine life wakes up after dark, while others go to sleep.
The interesting about night diving is you can go on the same dive site you did 3 hours earlier, but do it in the dark, and it's a completely different place. You can go really slowly. Everything is just tiny but bright.
Shipwrecks reveal seafaring history and the biological diversity that live on these artificial reefs.
I love wreck diving. I'd like to do the history and the research and to find out why is the ship here and what happened to the people on it, what was it doing, where was it going. It's a wonderful research endeavor.
And you'll learn to dive for longer periods in cold water with the help of a dry suit. Scuba diving is an equipment-oriented sport. Your NAUI course will teach a thorough understanding of features and functions of the equipment. It's not necessary to spend a personal fortune to begin diving. Aside from some items such as masks, fins, snorkel, and perhaps an exposure suit, most equipment can be rented or purchased a little at a time. If you opt to invest in a complete set of equipment, you'll discover the actual cost is a sensible investment. And with proper care, diving equipment will offer excellent service for many years. Diving is a fun and enjoyable activity, but not without risk. The underwater world is an alien environment with apparent danger, and there may be moments when you don't feel completely comfortable diving. Through proper training, divers learn to recognize potential problems and avoid or minimize them.
A lot of people are really sort of nervous when they first go in, but as soon as they jump in the water, they realize how fantastic it is.
And you can just see a certain sense of self-accomplishments, pride, self-awareness, and you know that they're going to go home feeling much better about themselves.
Mastering diving skills and knowledge requires a commitment of your time, effort, and resources, but you'll be proud of what you can do.
Being a police officer, when I go down there, I leave all of my troubles behind me. And there's something about rolling over on your back and looking up and knowing that everything is up there and nothing down there can really get to you. It's not stressful at all. It releases all stress.
My joy is to get on a boat in the morning and go diving. I just want to dive. That's all I want to do, dive.
These experiences and more are yours once you're a NAUI trained diver.
Well, on top of the water, it looked like any other place, but then when you went down, it was like something like you'd see on TV or in a book or something I've always dreamed of seeing. Like I've just, I knew that it was there, but I'd never seen it before.
I knew at that point that even after that first dive, I was going to do a whole lot more of this. In fact, I got certified. And I haven't stopped loving it since.
Scuba diving is a constant learning experience. Take advantage of all the educational programs offered by NAUI. You'll discover something new about the underwater world or yourself every time you venture in.